There we go. We're back.
Hey, we're on.
Hello,
Hey, we're
lady
live
and
already.
gentlemen.
Hey, how you all doing?
I'm doing
Good to
fine. How
see
you
you.
doing? Thanks for asking.
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Guess what? It's our birthday again.
Happy birthday to wise old
Bravo.
bastards. What?
We're wise old bastards, 2-year-old wise old bastards. Just we're the youngest wise old bastards you'll ever meet.
Wise old We've been at this for 2 years?
2 years. Can you believe it? I didn't know that until YouTube told me. YouTube.
We've
Hey, happy
been
birthday.
working on
You're
this
two
thing for
years
2
old.
years.
Shit, we're wise old bastards, only 2 years. Yeah, and we're working on 2 years. Guess what? We got 200 subscribers. 100 per year.
There you go. Oh my goodness, work
To get 1,000, I don't know how they'll
working. Wow,
We're
so
still
it's
working.
actually, yeah.
Yeah,
Is
we're
this the
working
right
on
kind
it.
of work?
I don't know, but you know what makes the work fun? Beer.
Oh,
Don't
well, who's
forget, we
not
did a
sponsoring you
store.
today?
Yeah, I got a non-sponsor down south of the border. It's called Dos Equis. Dos Equis is a really nice. Well, it's not really an amber beer; it's a lager, but really good beer. I'm saying it up front because I only drank about 400 of these damn things over the course of a lifetime, and it's a Mexican beer. And will they sponsor us? Pretty low chance. I think Tecate would be more chance, but we'll see. We'll see what we can do. But cheers for
Yeah?
this one. This is a Dos Equis. And I know it's nice. If you ever go out and find one of these, pick them up. Pick one up just for
Just
recommendation of wise old bastards. If you ever
just
see
for
one
old
of
time's
these,
sake.
go online, go pick
That
up a
one we
dozen of
know.
them.
This one, we don't
What's
know.
that?
Che
Che
bella. Che
Che
bello.
Bella. Oh,
Che
that's
bello. Italian
definitely looks
Pilsner from
Italian.
Hoyne, which is not in Italy. Huh?
It's
Hoyne
not
is
in Italy.
nearby Vancouver, not a so far.
Another Italian Canadian beer. What?
Let's see what
What
this
kind of
one is
crap is
about
it?
now. It's
It's
an
made in
Italian
where?
Pilsner.
Italian. All right. Italians are not known for beer. They're known for wine, you know? They like the wine. But how is it?
Oh my. Oh my.
Oh, yeah? Is it oh my bad or oh my good or oh my goodness or oh my damn good?
Oh, shit. These guys don't have to sponsor me. I'm giving them money. I'm buying their beer. It's like, I'm
That's
going to keep
true.
buying this beer. Oh, wait. No, I
That
mean,
is true.
no sponsor, no buy. Maybe buy a little.
Yeah. Good point. We're actually paying our own sponsors. They're supposed to pay us, and we're paying them. We're buying their beer. Yeah, such is life.
So what you're
But
saying is that we're doing it wrong. So when it comes to work, we don't know what we're doing. We're working wrong.
we're working
We're
wrong.
doing this podcasting thing for 2 years and we're spending money on it. We're drinking
Good bit.
beer, looking for sponsors, and we're spending money on it.
Yep.
Tell me again why anybody should listen to our advice?
Good question.
Oh, it's because we did it so you can see live as we're making the mistakes so you don't have to, right?
Yeah, you
That's what it's
learn
all
by
about.
making mistakes, right? If you never make mistakes in life, you'll never learn any damn thing. But we learned a lot through our mistakes, and we're working through that. We're working on that's actually today's topic.
So here's the way. I don't know how we want to say this. Either if you learn from your mistakes, so you should listen to us because we made a fuck ton of mistakes.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
we're stupid. So should you listen to us?
We're becoming
Or should
wiser.
we say that we've never made mistakes, which means we haven't learned anything, so we can't teach you it. Shit, man.
No. That's a lie.
That's a
We
lie.
made mistakes.
That's a lie.
And we learned, we made mistakes. And what was this, Frank Sinatra song? I made a few.
When it comes to beer, I've drank a few. I drank
Exactly.
them my
My way.
way.
Cheers.
Okay, today we're
Well,
going to talk a little bit about work.
well, working for a living.
Yeah,
That's what
this
most people
comes
do.
about because in the record shop here, I've got the demographics go from about 8 years old to about 80 years old, right? Everyone comes in, but everyone likes to talk. It's a friendly place, so I talk to so many people every day, and I'm realizing some things that, well, just in general chit chat, I'm finding that okay, I'm an older guy, but I'm not old, right? I'm still working. Is it working? Yes, it's working. I do a lot of stuff we talked about last time. I do a lot of different things, but they don't really feel like work. Although I ended up working like 14 hours a day, and I drop exhausted into bed at night. But it doesn't feel like working because I'm enjoying everything that I'm doing. So it's kind of a weird thing. So I don't know if I can.
But I think that's a key point. If you're going to work for a living, you should enjoy what you're doing. If you're slaving away at a factory that you hate, to get up in the morning every damn day and say, "Oh fuck, I gotta go to work, and I hate this job. Take this job and shove it." You might plan to do that because that's not a good life. You need to look at what you want to do, that you like to do, and that pays you decent to do it.
Everybody's said that all for forever, right? But I think now that's more important than ever before. Because when I see older people still working, right? So I was curious, like, quite often things are not what you think, right? Like I get the feeling people are working more years into later life. So I did some Googling and AI researching this afternoon. Like, is that actually true, or is it just I feel that way? Turns out it's actually true within Canada and the States. Anyway, I didn't do a global thing, right? I'm looking here. I got some things I wrote down. I actually wrote some shit down today. I was working.
Whoa! Holy shit!
In Canada, in the year 2000, so it's not that long ago.
Okay. Yeah, 25 years.
6% of people 65 and older, so retirement age, 6% were still working in the year 2000.
At 65. Ooh.
In 2023, it jumped to 15%.
Double.
Right? Doubled. In the States, it was back in 1985.
Okay.
It was 11%. So more than...
We're much... You know what that proves? Americans are freaking harder working than Canadians.
Yes,
you're lazy bastards.
And then in the year, here, check this out. In the year 2024, over 20% of retirement age people in the States were still working. And the trend is up. This year it's going up. And there were like a couple of reasons for that, right? So the top 4 reasons, according to Chez Google, Monsieur Google, right? Number 1 is necessity. So you need the fucking money.
Yeah,
you got to work because you need the fucking money, right?
That's right.
So it goes back to what you're saying. You should, if you can, man, you try to make sure that at least you don't hate your fucking job because you're going to be doing it a long time.
Longer.
The second most noted reason for working later in life is simply just better health in general, and people are living longer. So you're able to live, to work. And because you're still alive, you need fucking money. So how do you get money? You got to fucking work. So they're living longer. The third most important reason, it says higher education levels than before. So that kind of ties in where, and the nature of work, right? So like a lot more like this, YouTubing, keyboard, computer stuff, not carrying slabs of steel around on your back like a fucking donkey. So you can actually physically do it longer, right?
Yeah, true.
Which means the man's got you by the balls even longer. He used to work you to death. You die. You drop dead in the steel mill at 65. You lucky bastard. Yeah. Now you're 87 and you're still fucking dead. Check that fucking dead. So is it really better? I don't know, man.
That's a good point.
And there's like, and in Canada, in the year 2009, they abolished the mandatory retirement age. So I guess we did have. So them fucking guys, they were illegals then, because it said in the year 2000, 6% of retirement age people were still working, but it was only in 2009 that we changed the law that you don't have to stop working. Them illegal legals. What the fuck? Them illegal old fucks.
Yeah. See, you can all put them in jail. They don't have to work in jail. They get 3
Make
meals
license
a day.
Plates. I don't know, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. They might be making license plates. Who knows?
Yeah, man. So so it's actually the law changed in 2009. So there's no more mandatory. So I guess it just means that no company can force you to retire. I guess you could have, if it was mutually agreed between you and your business before, your company, you could work, but they can say, okay, that's it, buddy, you're out of here. Now they cannot. They physically cannot which means you are now in Canada. You are able to work for fucking ever.
All right. Just what you want to do. Work forever.
Yeah.
Every day, get up, get to work.
So the whole world says that we're a bunch of socialists, pinko commies, not working, socialist, fucking woke bastards. You're all wrong. We're too fucking busy working to do anything like that.
Oh, your cost of living went up like hell, so you're a number one. You got to work as a necessity. But there is one thing you were talking about. You used to have mandatory retirement ages. Now, I don't think in America we have mandatory retirement age either. But many countries in the government sector do. They have so much you're out unless you get a little extension. Malaysia, Laos, many places are like that I work we work in. So they have a mandatory retirement age for government staff only, not for private sector. But there's a typical retirement age in America. To get your Social Security benefits, you can retire. You have to be at least 62 to 65, something like that, to get that retirement benefit. You don't have to retire, but to get that benefit, and you have to be that age, right? But it's not law that you have to do that. But what I'm thinking, these damn old politicians, I think we should have a mandatory age. They wouldn't be in politics anymore if you're 95 years old or some shit like that.
I think it should be.
Maybe.
I think it should be. You have to be between 30 and 31, and you're allowed a maximum of 2 weeks
to be in politics.
To be in politics. No, they should make it mandatory. Everybody, when you hit 30, you got to put 1 year into politics. So every fucker in the country.
Camp.
Yeah.
Instead of going to join the army, you go join the politics.
Yeah, it's tougher.
It's harder.
It's harder and
not
much meaner.
Mental, yeah.
Much fucking meaner than just killing people, man. It's like, as a soldier, you can kill what, 2-3 people at a time. As a politician, you can fuck things up way more than that.
Exactly. They've been proving that for a while.
Forever.
Shit, they fucked up everybody. But
I mean, when you talk about the retirement age, right? So I mean, you can look at it and say, oh, retirement age it's a good thing because when you're older, you should have your golden years and you've worked, you put in, you've contributed to society, you should be able to kick back and have fun. But that only really works if you're guaranteed a lot of money, not just like, oh, here, you can pay your rent in a 5th floor walk-up shit box in a bad neighborhood. It's like,
exactly.
If you're going to say you can retire and enjoy, you got to be able to enjoy, right? So if you can't do that, you got to keep working. But it's right. Like, and if you do that, here's how things get fucked up. I was reading a little something else today. Wow. Oh, I learned how to reading today.
Wow, are you reading today? Not just the back of the album covers.
Yeah, no. Actually, almost like working. I don't like this working. Now you know I'm in a record shop. You don't have to working like this. This working
started learning by reading Playboys and Penthouse magazines. So this damn centerfolds had a lot.
They had words in there?
The centerfolds, a little tiny print.
Oh, yeah, that's how I learned about walking on beaches or something.
Exactly, something like that.
That's fun.
Saving the world.
But here, I can give you an example about like why retirement age, there's another side of it. It's not just for making sure that you don't have to work forever, which now you have to.
Pretty much.
That's kind of gone. It's also to make room for the next guys, right? So here's an example. I was just reading about it in Ontario, a province in Canada, right? So in the early 2000s, right? So the government was expecting a whole bunch of boomers to start retiring in the teaching profession, right? Getting old, time retirement's coming up. So they're smart. They say, okay, hey, we can't just like ignore this because they'll all retire and then we'll have nobody and our kids will get even stupider than they are now. So we gotta have some teachers around, right?
Okay.
So they created a whole bunch of new slots in teaching schools. I don't know what you call it, in programs to get your diplomas or certificates or whatever in teaching.
Yeah.
And don't be insulted if you're a teacher and I said it like that. I don't mean, I don't know what it's called. I don't know what your license is. I don't
know. Some teaching degree or some certificate.
Well, here, I'm in Canada. It's using minus degrees here, so I don't know.
Exactly. It's cold here too.
So they created all these slots, right? So thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people went through these courses, got their certification, their qualifications. They're ready to teach. They go knock on the door. Hey, school, I'm here now. And they're going, Yeah, what? Some old guy. I'm here to work now. Oh, it's like, no, fuck off. I'm still alive.
Exactly.
So all these guys who graduated, they went like, some of them took like substitute teaching and
Yeah,
teaching assistants and all the
yeah.
ways. You can talk about this more in a minute because you did some of that, right?
I did some of it.
But it's like, so all these people were doing that, and some of them did it for 2, 3, 5 years of that kind of part-time shit before
Wow.
they could finally sneak their way in. And tons and tons and tons just fucking gave up. They had to go do something else, right?
Huh.
So then
Wow.
what happens?
Mm.
So when the old boomers didn't decide to retire, they just started fucking dropping off and
Yeah, they'll
dying.
drop off eventually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
knock, knock, knock. No one's answering the door because the fucker's dead now. So they're not answering the door to let you in and work. So now they open the door. Hey, we need teachers, and crickets, cricket, cricket. There's like
Yeah.
nobody ready to come in because they all went and
Yeah.
did something else.
Yeah.
So if you don't have,
They're all tick-tocking.
yeah, but like if you don't have a clear path like that, like okay, we know that there's going to be 100,000 people in across whatever country going to retire in this next time frame doing this thing. So we got to have the next cohort ready for that. So you can plan it. The government can plan it. The schools can plan it. The people who want the jobs can plan it. You have a, nothing's set in stone, but it's like, okay, basically, yeah. But if all of a sudden it's like, hey, we don't know if there's going to be these jobs available. Because yes, we can see that there's okay. What's demographics saying? There's going to be fewer students, more students, whatever the numbers say. But you can't figure out, are there going to be more teachers or less teachers, more openings? Because people might be hanging on till they're 130 because they have to.
Mm.
So I mean, that's
Yeah,
like
that's true. But as a student and stuff, you plan your own future. That's another issue. You know that teaching, okay, it's a good path, but has limitations, right? You get maybe 3 months off in the summer, pays okay. You only work 9 months, 10 months a year, bunch of holidays, blah blah blah. You got to do a lot of prep work and all that,
and you got to work
and
with
then
kids.
and you got to work with kids, and you might be coaching basketball or whatever, volleyball or whatever you're doing. I mean, there's all kinds of shit like that. Again, to salary too. I mean, salaries are all over the place. You live in New York City. This is the stupidest thing about teachers. You live in New York City. I hear the teachers that teach these grade schools and stuff, they make over 120,000 a year or something. You do that in Arkansas, you're making 45,000 or something. It's like,
Yeah, but your
this is
take-home
crazy.
pay is about the same. Your disposable
Yeah,
income is
that's
about the
true.
same, right?
That's true. But again, the idea of where are you going to be teaching? What are you going to do? Where are you going to live? And again, there's so many things involved in this shit. You're going to work for a living. 5% people working for a living. No, there's only the select 5% few that don't have to work. They're inheritance or whatever shit. But most people will be. So you got to
So
plan for
I
that.
got half of those 5% are living on the sidewalk right in front of my store.
Yeah.
They're not
Oh,
working.
okay. There's another.
That's
Okay,
part of
there's
the
another 5%. Maybe 10%. 5% don't have to work. 5% just don't want to. But there are actually that's another point. There's actually a lot more people that are leeching off the systems. I think in Canada and America that's growing. You know, the welfare system and all that. I mean, that's leeching off society. That's bullshit. I mean, if you have to, you have to, but that should be a temporary thing. It shouldn't be a full time career leeching off the society. That's not what it's meant for. It's meant to support society for temporary and stuff. And it's an issue. But so the idea of planning and working for a living, you expect to work, not to just sit around, not do anything. So how are you going to do that? How are you going to get a job? Are you going to go to college? Are you going to go to school? Are you going to finish school? Are you going to be trade? Are you going to fix air conditioners in Canada or heaters in Canada or
heat pumps, man.
fireplaces? Or you work
Heat
in a
pumps, yeah.
factory? Or you want to try and work in an office in a little
Well, it's
cubicle?
true here. Like, we talked about this. We touch on this in other episodes, but now we're kind of focused a bit on work this time. So, I mean, I'm as guilty as anyone. I mean, here I am. I'm YouTubing. Yeah, I do 2 other fucking online things. I'm trying all that kind of shit, but I'm working it. I'm fucking working. I'm putting hours on all that
It
shit.
still works, yeah.
But like there's there was a stigma when I was growing up And this is funny because I grew up in that socioeconomic band where people were doing shop at school and were
Yeah, did
going
that.
into trades.
Yeah.
So all of my friends, my family, that's where I come from. And even then, everybody knew that we were looked down on a little bit by society because
Right.
it's like
Yeah.
you're a plumber, you're a mechanic, you're whatever. It's just like, okay, yeah, if you're a doctor, people respect you. When you need a doctor, you're so glad there's a doctor. You trying to tell me when you need a plumber, you're not fucking glad there's a plumber there
Exactly.
available?
You
Yeah.
know, the only thing that scares a doctor is a plumber.
It's like, right.
A plumber probably
Or,
makes more than a doctor.
yeah,
I have
or
a
like a
friend, he's a
mechanic.
plumber, and he owns a plumbing company. He's doing very well,
Like
it's a
even like a
plumbing company.
mechanic. So I'm like, my dad was a mechanic, but he worked his way up, and he ran a fleet for a regional airline. So but even at the typical fix your car level, I mean, I grew up fixing cars. I can fix my car. I don't fucking want to fix my car. I'm in Canada most of the time now. I don't want to be under the car in the fucking snow, and I just don't fucking want to do it.
Yeah, it's
So you
cold.
go in and it's expensive as shit, but it's like, okay, they do it. So I mean, I'm saying like the trades. Like I got one of my customers. He winds electric motors for a living. Right
Okay.
now, that is not okay. If you're watching this, this is not an insult, but I mean, it does not seem like a technically difficult thing to do to run a machine to wind motors, right? Rewind used to be to go take your alternator in and get a rewound, right?
Yeah,
So
okay.
he's actually he worked his way up to big transformers and stuff, and now he's back doing some of this other stuff. So it's not technically challenging to do, but he's moved like between 5 jobs in the last 2 years, getting more and more money each time because there's nobody doing it. So the guy's making like $100,000 a year doing something that literally in a 1 year
Certificate course,
college
yeah.
course you
Yeah,
can become qualified for that.
yeah,
And there's
sure.
nobody doing it, so he's doing it. And then I'm talking to another guy. He drives a forklift, right? Just drives a forklift for a living,
Mm.
which is
Yeah,
again, I'm not dissing the guy. I like the guy. He makes good money. He's a good customer, and he's a good guy. We talk all the time, but it's just like it's not. He didn't have to
you
go to
don't need a
college or
4-year
to
degree.
university
Yeah,
for 8 years or
yeah.
something, right? And he's
Just
making
need to
good
learn
money
how
in
to
a
do
union
things.
shop.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. So, but in other countries, they don't. When you work in Southeast Asia, as forklift drivers, they don't earn very much money,
I was
But
just going
here
to
they
say that's
do.
kind of the flip side of it.
Yeah.
So the flip side is now those guys, nice guys, truly nice people, right? But they're starting to. I get a lot of guys like that who are starting to talk in ways I never heard before about immigrants. We kind of shifted here a little bit, I know, but it's the
Uh-huh.
nature of work.
No,
So
I mean,
immigrants who are coming in, maybe they're doctors, maybe they're like all the Bangladeshis who used to work in the factories in Malaysia, the doctors and lawyers that came in, got more money working in a factory than they could make back home, right? But immigrants are coming in and they don't have the qualifications, or their qualifications are not recognized in Canada or the States. So they're looking for
or that
jobs and they'll
qualified.
go, they work fast food like anybody else, whatever. But if you're ambitious, you don't want to just work fast food your whole life, right? You want to grow your family, or you want to live the American or Canadian dream. You want to buy a house, everything that we want. They're people are people, right?
Yeah, that's
So
right.
they end up, okay, look at this. I figured it out that there's like all these jobs paying that money to wind a motor, and there's a local college, and in 1 year course I can get my certificate and do it, or for a 3 month course for forklift driving,
Yeah,
and I do
true.
it, and I'm going to go in. I'm willing to start at minimum wage, and I'll work up, and I'll make more than minimum wage very quickly, but it's still going to be probably a lot less than 100 grand is what they're shooting
Yeah,
for.
but you're still making a medium wage. I mean, a medium lifestyle wage.
Yeah,
Even
middle
just
class
driving a
wage.
fork, middle class wage. Yeah, but I
Yeah, so
mean,
that's like, so there
it's
comes in
relative.
that challenge with the trades. So if you're going to do the trades, okay, you're not a doctor, not a lawyer, whatever. You didn't do your 18 years of that kind of shit. But I think whatever career you're in, it behooves you to stay ahead of the curve, right? So if they're, I mean, just think about what the world, the universe, the company does not owe you a living.
No, no.
Right. So if
You
you're going
work
to be
for a living.
winding motors, you better make sure you're the best fucking motor winder,
Yeah,
or there's got to be something within
he's
that
good at the job.
milieu, something to make sure that you stay worth the money.
Yeah, but again, the issue is you're selling your services, your time, right? That's what you're doing. You're selling your time. If you're selling your time shoveling a hole, digging a hole in a graveyard, it's still your time. But if a guy can come in with a backhoe and do it in like 3 minutes and it takes you 5 hours, it's a bit different. You got a little shovel and then he's got a backhoe. So if you can learn how to use a backhoe, you can probably earn a little bit more money. So all this, even in the trades, the one of the key elements that they're finding out that a lot of kids go to college, they get this loans and shit, and they get this big debt, and they come out with $40,000 in debt or some shit. I mean, if you go into trades, you come out with a debt of maybe $500, $1,000 or something, virtually nothing, and then you're working right away.
I think it's so cute that you think that they can come out of school with only 40,000 debt.
Well, yeah, it depends how much. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I'm saying it's a lot of money. Okay, it's probably a lot more than that now, but it's stupid. It's a stupid amount of debt for a young person to come out. And your salary when you come out of college is usually not that high. I mean, unless you're in a particular echelon that you can, like a medical thing or
Right.
whatever
But I
that you
mean,
really
we're
get.
not talking to those guys. So if your family has been in the stockbroking for generations and they've hooked you up with something, you're probably
Oh yeah,
not
yeah,
watching our show anyway. But
yeah,
I
probably
think
not.
it's like no matter what you do. So like
Truck
Kevin,
driving.
you're in the consulting business, you're in the forestry business. You've never stopped learning and keeping up with what's going on. So whatever
No,
new
still got to work
regulations are
on.
happening, whatever new
Yeah, still got to
technology
go.
comes along in your field,
Yeah,
you have to stay on top of it.
yep,
No, you
that's
don't
true.
have to. You don't have to. But if you want to keep making money,
Yeah,
you have to.
yeah, that's
Right?
true.
Because can you imagine if when you first started in forestry, FSC didn't exist,
Yeah,
which is the
no.
Forestry
Stewardship Council.
Stewardship Council, right? So
There you go.
environmental things weren't there. So if you just decided you were an old fart and you said, "Fuck you, man, I'm
Yeah,
doing it the way I've always done it.
yeah,
Never mind this newfangled shit they're talking about."
yeah.
You would today be maybe using a chainsaw chopping down trees in the jungle because that's all the only job they give you
Yeah,
because you didn't stay on top of it. You have to. It doesn't matter what you do. If you're an Uber driver, you got to be paying attention because you see the driverless cars are coming, right? So
good
you've got to
point.
be figuring out what can I do? I better make sure that at least like when you come into my car, I got the karaoke machine going and I'm giving you a bottle of water and you get a hand job. There's got to be something I can do that I don't think the driverless car can do so that I
You
stay
never
on
know.
at the top of my field, right?
Oh shit. But yeah, I don't know about the hand job.
Well, I mean,
Depends on how many
I guess
female
machine can
drivers are
do
running
that
around.
too, right? Machine can do that too. But I mean,
Yeah,
I know it's a silly example, but I mean, it's really whatever you're doing in life. If you're a teacher,
that's true.
you have to always be studying because how can you teach what's going on if you don't know what the fuck's
There's
going
a
on?
lot of teachers that don't do that. They just hash out the same thing for 20 years and it's good enough in my day and it's still good enough for the present day. It's like, not really. But okay, if you're in the trades, this is another element. I keep talking. If you're in there, plumbing, excellent. You're doing a plumbing job. You're working under. You're working your back and bending over shit and cleaning, fixing toilets and installing toilets and bathtubs and whatever the hell, washing dishwashers, washing machines. Okay, that's good, but it's a bit of hard work too. And as you get older, you don't want to be doing all that shit, crawling under these sinks and stuff and all that to repair sinks and all that. But what you would want to do is get your position up that you know all the trade very well, that you start your own business and then you have people working for you. So that is where you start really earning money, is because you're doing the plumbing, but you're starting to be the manager and even the owner of the business that you're doing. And then if you have 5 people working for you, all of a sudden you're going from 50,000 as a plumber or 60,000, whatever it is now, up to 120,000 to 200,000 just because you have 5, 6, 8 people working for you doing the same work that you used to do, but you're managing that stuff. So, you're you're limitless in terms of what you can earn. Only because you go from labor, up to management, up to ownership.
Well, right. So then I don't know how. I know a few younger people who are going through the trades now, and it's. I don't think, from what I've seen or heard, I don't know if they're teaching enough of that side of it. Like I know someone who's gone into welding,
Yeah.
and he's a typical young person who's making stupid amounts of money, right? Because he's doing like some difficult welding jobs where he went from working on just like small welding projects to working like on the skyscraper kind of welding and shit, right? So it pays a ton of money. And he spends a ton of money. He's always broke, but he's spending like money like you can't fucking
Yeah.
believe.
Okay. Yeah.
But this guy, I don't think anyone's ever given him any of the skills and tools he needs to move up into management. It's like it behooves him on his own. He's going to have to like spend 15 or 20 years working with other people, teaching the new guy who comes in how to do some shit, and kind of.
Yeah.
But if like running a business is so different than running a welder, running the machine, right?
Yeah, true.
So, but there again, there's like very good advice from Mr. Kevin from a wise old bastard is that no matter what you're doing, we're saying you always have to stay on top of it. But maybe what it is not just how do you run the latest, greatest welder, how do you do TIG welding, how do you do underwater welding, whatever. But it's like, yeah, you have to keep in mind you're going to be old. Even in the trades, you're going to get old one day. If you're lucky, you're going to get old. And what are you going to do? How are you going to handle that? Because we opened this talking about you're going to be doing that until you're 7 years old, man. You're going to be.
There are ways to do around it, but again, this is where like community colleges come in. You go in, take a few courses on business management, some economics, or whatever. What do you call it? Accounting, stuff like that. So you, at least you understand that stuff. I mean, we started businesses. We weren't business majors. I took a couple classes in business. Business law helped me a lot. But you start out. I started with freaking pizza business. I had a pizza shop when I was 27 years old or something in Dallas, Texas. So I learned how to run a business there. And I really didn't know how to run a business until I got into a business. And then the fundamentals aren't that hard. But it is a bit to organize yourself. You have to have good organization skills to do a business. That's a very critical element, is being organized. In terms of how you want to hire employees, how you're going to use them, what kind of things, your inventories, you got records. I had pizza dough.
The number one advice I would give that people don't really understand when they first start doing their own business is that you are your business, yes, but you are not. Commingling your money with your business money is one of the biggest things I've seen people do. It's like, oh, I had a great week. Oh man, we had like $6,000 sales on Saturday. It was great, man. I got all this fucking cash now. No, you don't. Your business got 6,000 in. You got to pay for the dough, the fucking whatever you got on your credit. If you didn't get on terms from your supplier, you got it on your credit card. You got to pay that off. You got to remember, keep it fucking separate.
You work for your company. You're employed by your company. You're not, even though you're the boss, you're still an employee of your company. You just have to manage it. And if you screw up, you have to fire yourself.
Yep. The market will.
Damn asshole. You fucked up. I'm going to fire me. You do it again.
And you'll find days when you like, fuck, I wish I could fire me.
Exactly.
Like, I don't want to do this no more.
It's like, no, when you're working for a living, you really got to plan what you want to do. It doesn't always pan out exactly what you want to do, but you have to go through it. It's experience and how you're working and how to progress and stuff. I mean, the business I have in forestry, it's a good business, but it's not big. It's never grew up huge. I'm not the guy who employs 400 people. No, we have like 20 people. It's not 400 people. It's a very, very different scale of business. We could have been that way. You employed like 300 people or something like that in some of your companies, and that's a different scale of business. Yeah. Now you're way down.
Now it's just me.
If you fire yourself, you're in trouble.
Scale. It's weird too. It's like, what do you want out of things too, right? Like when my businesses were bigger, it was weird. I got caught up in the face, the get like the Chinese concept of face, right? So I would go. One of the big things that just turned my crank was I go to trade shows all over the world, and people in my industry knew me, recognized me, would want to talk to me, would want to do business with me. When just like, and it was an ego stroke thing. It was just, I don't know. It was great. And I would spend so much fucking money on these trade shows and stuff, and the business was growing. It was turning over all tons of money, blah, blah, blah. But how, like I just said earlier, that all the money through your business is not your money, right? So even though your business is doing $100 million, it doesn't mean you've got $100 million that you can go fucking blow on cocaine, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, I learned that.
And it's hard to spend that much money on beer. That's why beer is good.
That's why. That's our number one life advice. Drink beer. Why?
Beer is
You'll
good.
learn.
It's cheap.
Cheaper than...
And you don't get so drunk. And make stupid decisions. You drink whiskey, a bottle of whiskey, and you can make really stupid ass decisions.
Yeah. You see winos living on the streets, right? Yeah, winos living on the streets. You see guys drinking fifths of cheap ass gin on the streets, doing drugs on the street. Yeah. How many fucking guys with big ass beer bellies do you see living on the streets? There you go. More life advice in the wise old bastards.
There's a drink of choice, beer.
Cheers. Che bello.
In Spanish, salud.
Salud. But with the nature of work, so we talked about like working many more years because you have to. Number one, we said is financial reasons you have to, right? It's also, I mean, one of the reasons that they talk about is just social connection. So when you get older, like loneliness,
Walmart
we know is
greeters.
Now.
They get Walmart greeters. They get connected. They got 1,000 people walk a day in there. They greet every one of them. There you go.
Yeah, that's social connection. It's actually it's true. A lot of people, they say it's for that. Like there's a loneliness epidemic is going on in Western countries. Okay, fair enough. Call it what you want. But it's true. Older people do get more socially isolated. And if you are isolated, I mean, there have been a shit ton of studies that show that isolation is like, that's it. As soon as you're isolated, you go down, you got nothing to live for, fuck you. Yeah, you're done. You're fucking done. Break your hip or get isolated, those are the two things that fuck you up, right? So, I mean, it's a reason some people do it. So, I mean, there's that aspect of it too. But it all comes back around to what we're saying is like, you have to be able to learn to enjoy or at least not hate what you're doing because you might be doing it for a long motherfucking time.
That's right. So you always have to look at what you want to do in life. And that is another issue. Not just what you want to do, but where do you want to do it? You want to live in Canada and freeze your ass off, or would you rather do it somewhere else where it's a bit warmer or on by the beach side? You want to live closer to the beach. You want to live closer to the mountains. You want to go fishing.
That's actually a good thing to talk about, you know, because you get, for one, I think people, you focus on where you are. It's just human nature, right? I'm here. Everything I see is here. My opportunities are here. I just kind of, I'm here.
I'm born, I'm going to die right here.
Yeah, basically. But there's a lot more going on in the world. Now, I don't know how to explain this really. So you see, like we talk about immigration, right? So it's funny. If someone from a poor country comes to a wealthy country, they're an immigrant. If someone from a wealthy country goes to a poorer country, they're an expat.
As usual. But it is a different aspect. Usually a poor guy coming in here is a labor issue, right? Typical. But again, I think we always confuse two elements. An immigrant is somebody who wants to come in and live there. A migrant worker is somebody who wants to come in and work. All right. And there's a lot of those. I think everybody got to understand there's a big difference between migrant workers that want to come in, work, earn some money, and then go back versus somebody who wants to come in, work, and just stay there. Those are two totally different things. And everybody does get that shit wrong. Okay. So got to remember that shit. Migrant workers, very beneficial because you need the workers to support whatever industries you have. Immigrants, that's a privilege that you're supposed to be working living in there and assimilate to the country you're going to move into. And if you're going to move to be Canadian, you better be a dang Canadian. You better love and play the snow, chase moose, go have a Moosehead beer, all that good stuff. Be a Canadian.
Yep.
What's that?
Tim Hortons.
Tim Hortons. Yeah, Tim Hortons. You got to be there every day.
That's it. You failed.
You have to be. You have to be there every morning having your Tim Hortons coffee and donuts. That's being a Canadian. America,
even though it's owned by a Brazilian consortium now, but that's okay.
I saw one in Malaysia. They put one in Malaysia recently. I don't know where the hell it is. I did see it. They put one in. I don't know, Bukit Bintang or some shit. I don't know.
Wow.
Well, Tim Hortons made it to Southeast Asia. Wow. So anyway, again, this is something. And as an expat, when we go to other countries, we're there usually to do business. We're more professional. Then we end up hiring people and stuff. So we support the economy as well. So, and we're expected to support that, not just work for ourselves, but to support the country you live in. And I pay taxes in Malaysia too. I mean, I pay a lot of taxes in Malaysia. So it's just the way it is. You live there, you pay it, you're a tax resident. You earn money there, you're working there, working for a living, mostly in Southeast Asia, but also in America. And then you got to pay your taxes too. And that sucks, but that's part of life. We all have to do that. So working for a living, and that's just to pay your taxes, and hopefully got left over for beer.
For beer, yeah. See, another reason to run your own business is entertainment. You can expense some of it.
That's right. You can expense a lot. That's a good point. We used to do that. I remember going and spending some entertainment with you guys under your company. That was fun. Somewhere in KL.
We used to spend so much. Fuck.
That was good.
Entertainment. Wow. That was a bigger expense than our rents. It was bigger than our salaries. It was bigger than travel. Revenue. It was bigger than revenue. Yeah, it was bigger than sales. It was like, but we had a good time. Everybody had a good time, man.
I think that kind of expenditures, it should be less than 20% of your revenue, something like that. Anyway, but that's where beer comes in again. It's cheaper.
Beer's a little cheaper.
Don't buy that top shelf. Buy the beer. Go on happy hour.
It's true. You don't find too many. Like if you say, let's go have a couple bottles of wine and let your customer choose, and it's like, $3,000 bottle of fucking wine. You don't see too many $3,000 cases of beer.
Nope. That's a hell of a lot of beer.
Yeah.
That's for sure. See? Beer is good.
Always comes back.
So, any of you listening to this, give us some comments on what you feel working for a living is and your viewpoint and some of the trials and tribulations. Getting your first job. Okay? My kid decided to go to Ohio to sell, what did he do? Well, he had other little jobs, but the first major...
Fumigation.
Yeah, fumigations and pest control. He's scared of bugs. But I just talked to him today. He asked me two things. We talked about two things. One, he wants to do it again next summer because he can make quite a good money there. But you're knocking door-to-door sales. That's a hard job. Knocking door-to-door sales. That's tough. And then he asked me, same question you asked him, when am I going to retire? I'm getting up there. Wise old bastard. And I said, I don't know. That's the number one thing I said. I don't know. I don't know when I'm going to retire. I have a company to run. Can I sell the company? Maybe. But I enjoy working. But at the same time, I don't want to work full time the rest of my life. I prefer working half-time beer hunting, half-time working, whatever, integrating this kind of stuff.
It's like me. I'm only working half-time. I'm only doing 12 hours a day.
There you go. 12 hours a day in the record shop.
Yeah.
If you put on some slow music, you'd be snoring away.
Yeah.
Put on some Kenny G. There you go. You'll be passed out in 10 minutes.
My customers would shoot me if I had Kenny G going when they walk in here. It's actually, when you come into the record store, people kind of expect you to have something esoteric that they are not familiar with.
Oh, yeah?
And I used to think, oh, my God, man, you know what? It's easy. I've got like 50,000 albums in here, man. There's like shit that nobody's ever heard of. Even the guy who made it doesn't know what the hell it was. It's like, it's easy. That's easy now.
I still got an iPod. The little
Yeah,
music one with the
yeah,
dial. What
yep.
was it called? Was it
Pod.
iPod?
Yep.
iPod. I still got one. It had the big wide thing, and I still got it. You know, it had the little dial and stuff. And I bought one. I don't know. It was a big memory at the time. I still have it. I still use it in the gym. And I was in. I'm pretty sure if I remember right, I was in either Thailand or Cambodia or something. I'm pretty sure Cambodia. And I was at a coffee shop or beer shop or whatever. And I was having a beer at a little shop. So, and I had this iPod thing. He says, "Yeah, do you have music can put in here?" Yeah, no problem. What do you want? So fill it up. It's like, okay, just took it back. I was drinking the beer. Next thing I know, I say, I like, named about 10 bands. I like, I was listening the other day. It's like, going to gym and stuff. You work with AC/DC, all right, hard rock. And then all of a sudden I looked through my iPod. I was like, holy shit, I got like 5 albums of AC/DC on my iPod that I can't get off my iPod into my other stuff. And I've never heard of them before. Didn't remember them at all. Not you always get the greatest hits of stuff, but they got a lot of other albums in there that I didn't even hear of. And I was like, oh, cool. So I started playing those and stuff. So that's pretty cool. Get an iPod. They're fun.
No, 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 no. Fuck that, man. Get a record player
Get a record
and
player. Sorry.
yeah,
Yeah, get a
yeah.
record
Bring it
player.
with you
Get
to
some
the
vinyls.
gym. Come on.
Yeah. Put it on in
Haul in that
crash.
big ass amplifier and the record player and the speakers to the gym. You get your workout on your way there.
Yeah, that's funny. But yeah, I mean, that's good. That's good. The records are fun. I mean, when we grew up, we had records. It's great. And now that you matured, and now you own a record shop. So just think, when you're a little kid, I used to love candy. So I want to own a candy shop. Okay, could happen. There's not many candy shops anymore. What happened to those things?
Walmart.
Oh, okay. I hate Walmart.
Walmart ate
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah, that's true. Walmart, go to Sam's, same. One's just
But
bigger thing.
so let's getting back to work for a minute. Let's say so you're mid career now. You're doing whatever the hell it is you're doing, and you hate the fuck out of it. And you just realize you watched our podcast and realized, oh my fucking God, I got 30 more years of this. What do you
Yeah,
do?
good point.
I got a house, I got mortgage, I
Mm.
got kids, I got car payments, I
Yeah.
got la la
That's a
la.
big issue.
And these guys are telling me if you don't like it, quit and go do something you like. Well, I want to be a fucking lute player. And that's my
Okay.
dream, to play the fucking lute. And
Better find a damn good band. It's going to make lots of money. It is true. I mean, you're trapped in all this stuff that you built, which is your house, families, all that stuff. If you have all these financial responsibilities, you can't just say, screw it, I'm going to go do something else. I have a close college mate. He was a lawyer for a long time, contract lawyer basically, and we went to school together and university and stuff. And he did his law firms and stuff. I don't think he was I don't know if he was a partner or not. But eventually he just said enough. He ended up quitting and going to, I think it was Paraguay or something like that, or Chile or something. And he's doing some maybe Christian stuff or development stuff or whatever, but it has nothing to do with lawyering. His law firms, his law career. But he just said, I had enough. And there are a lot of people like that. Dentist for 20 years, 25 years. I'm tired of cleaning teeth. Go do something else. Get a Harley. Go ride.
go ride. Oh.
Go ride. Um, I mean, it's okay. I mean, if you want to do something like that, change your lifestyle, fine. But again, you have to plan it. Just don't do it out of a whim.
Yeah,
You
so
can do.
there's that's the thing, right? So you've got life, you're living it, you're in it, right? It's like the sport that you're in is life. You've got these responsibilities, but you also have a responsibility to yourself, right? You know that. You gotta, if you're not happy, you can't make other people happy. But it's like, oh my God, I'm an accountant, I'm a dentist, I'm whatever, and I'm hating the shit out of it, but I'm doing it for other people. I'm doing it for the bank, for the mortgage. I'm doing it for my wife and kids. I'm doing it for whatever reason. Yeah, man. You know, it's easy once you're on the other side. We're on the
Yeah.
other side of the working, on the other side of working for people, whatever. It's like, it's easy to sit here and say, hey, you know what, man? No, you got to do what you like. Just fuck it. Sell your house, move to a smaller house, move to a cheaper town, move to a cheaper state or province, move to a cheaper country. Do what you like to do because you're going to be doing it for 100 years, and you owe it to yourself. Well, what could be worse than getting to the finish line? You're like 86 years old. It's like, okay, now I'm fucking done. My heart stopped like 2 days ago, but I got to finish this project that I'm working on for somebody. So I'm still fucking doing this. And then, okay, is it done? Is it done? Okay, and check out. What the
Oh,
fuck is that?
yeah.
Is that what life is supposed to be? It's just like just existing. I mean,
Good point.
already I think people are pretty piss poor design where we need shelter, we need food a couple times a day, we need water. You got to do this shit to get
It's a
that. That's
biological thing.
yeah, I know it's a poor design, but it's what we're stuck with. But I mean, again, yeah, it's so easy for me to say it now, and I mean this. Oh, I mean this so fucking fiercely, so strongly that if if you don't like numbers, but your family were accountants and they got you a job in an accounting firm because it pays well,
Yeah.
oh my God, don't fucking do it. So it comes back to like your early
Yeah, early
decisions
days.
are so important. They
That's right.
are because once you're on the path, it's so much harder to change. I don't understand. Okay, my kids went through the British International School System in Malaysia, right? And then they went to university in Canada. So in the UK system, it seems like from the time you're about 3, 4 weeks old, something like that, you've got to pick and decide and choose what you're going to be in life. And that's what you learn in school. That's what the classes you take. That's where the college, university, it's like you have to pick at a very early stage what you're going to do. And because we were based in Asia, everybody had the Asian influence, whether it was the family was Asian or half the parents were Asian or Asian neighbors, whatever. So it's like doctor, lawyer, like high paying, high
Yeah,
pressure jobs. That's what everyone's focused
yeah,
on, right?
yeah,
So, okay, but good Lord, man. So when my kids came across to Canada, it's like the university said, okay, what do you want to do? They're like, what? Like, you choose. What? What? I choose. No, you choose. No. You got to choose your own. I got to choose. The fuck you saying? I got to choose, man. No, you choose. Do what you want to do. Try a bunch of different shit. See what you like. And they're like, what the fuck?
yeah.
What?
Yeah,
But
that's
I
true.
think that's kind of important because you are going to be on that path. And once you're 5, 10 years into it, it's so hard to get off of that treadmill.
Yeah, if
It's like
you're
I've put 10 years into this and I decided now I don't like it. Whether even if you don't have a family or a house or the payments yet, it's like I put 10 years into it. Well, I'm going to just fucking flush that and start over?
mm.
Human nature is
but
not like that.
but at the same time, this is a key point. If you are young, it's your choices in life that rule your life. Everything you make, every choice you make will guide you one way or a different way or wherever. Every choice. So choose wisely. And but at the same time, you have to choose what you want to do, what you feel is best. And but at the young stage, because if you get stuck in it for 10 years and then you don't like it, there's a problem. But if you don't have too much responsibility, that you have families and all this stuff, you can change it anyway. Even though you invested that, you can try and offshoot and see what else you'd like to do. But and you might be starting over, but at least you don't, you know, having so much financial burden that you uh, have to work
So
no matter what.
if I'm understanding you correctly, you're saying that when you're young, you got to make important all these decisions are going to they're going to figure out what's happening in your life. So you must choose beer and condoms.
Those are good choices because if you don't choose beer, you can get in trouble. Beer is pretty safe. If you don't use condoms, you can get in trouble too. Those are a matter of chances, you know. So choose wisely. Those two
Choose.
choices are pretty good because as a male, you can go many years and still find a mate and stuff. If you're female, it's harder. I'm sorry. We're telling it the way it really is. It's biological, none of this bullshit transition crap. If you are a female and you start your career, and this has happened, females I want to live my own life. I want my own career. I want to earn my money, blah, blah, blah. So they do that. And then they get 30 something years old, 35, 30. And they say, I don't find any good men. 32, 33, still nothing. Wow, they're all terrible. 34, 35. Holy shit. Ding, 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 ding. If you want to have kids, that biological time bomb is really ticking loud. So it's very different than a male. That is totally different. Sorry. Life's not fair. Too bad. That's tough shit. But that's life.
It is true. It is tough. I mean, I'm watching like my daughter kind of going through that. So she's got a master's degree in what she's doing. She just had a kid, right?
Yeah.
So
30,
luckily
right?
in Canada, they have a very good system for maternity and paternity leave, which from the outside you can say, oh, that's why is the government, why is everyone paying? If you're saying that having kids is an important thing, you should support it, right? Just like if you say anything you think is important is worth investing in. So if you say that you should have kids, you need kids in your country, you need people to grow your population, okay. But even with all of that support, so you take like a year off and you're paid 70% or something of what your salary was, which is okay. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's not as much as you were making before, but it's pretty good. You can do that. You can raise it good. But when you get back on the track, it's like you're a year behind. You're a fucking year behind. More than that, because you still have to take care of the kid too. So it's like it's a tough ass burden.
Yeah.
It's much
and
tougher
for companies,
for women.
though. As a company, you don't want to leave an employee too long. I mean, okay, a couple months, 3 months, 4 months, maybe, but a whole year is a long time to let an employee just, you're paying somebody not to do something. That's too long for a company. A company typically would allow 3 months, up to 4 months, I think, But after that, you should be planning on how to juggle your employment life with your social life, with your family life. I mean, that's another hard balance. No matter what, everything in life is this. I like this yin and yang shit, right? Everything to me is a balance of something, good, evil, whatever. You have to work. You got to work for a living, but you have to. If you have a family, you have to be responsible to the family. And for me, I was traveling like hell. I was going every week, going somewhere, maybe locally, maybe international, coming back and stuff. You were doing the same thing: sales, traveling, marketing, whatever. So you have to balance. I think your kids grew. You didn't see your kids till they were like 5 years old. It's the maids that took care of them. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Drivers and stuff.
But you know what's when I was doing that, I felt guilty. It's true, especially for my son was worse. He's the older one, and it's the business was just starting. It was all growing when he was first really young. So I was, for his first 2 years of his life, I was gone most of the time. And my wife was running a big chunk of our business, so she was super busy. So we did have the maids and all this stuff going on. And you feel bad about it, but kids don't remember. They don't remember now. They remember growing up. They remember having a great life. Maids, drivers, blah, blah, blah. So you don't have to feel guilty about that kind of shit. It's not that bad, really. It turns out to be okay. But yeah, it comes back to like, how do you figure like these choices? So when you are starting, this is putting a lot of pressure on any young people who are watching right now, because it's kind of like the UK system where they're saying, okay, look, you can't wait till you're fucking 80 before you decide what you want to do. When you're 15, you're on a path, and here's what we're going to help you make it, but here's what you got to do. You're down this fucking path, and you just hope you fucking chose right. Or you go like the Canada style where, okay, you've been in university for 18 years now. It's pretty time, getting close to time for you to choose what direction you want to go. So that's maybe too far the other way.
$500,000 in debt too. That's their problem. So yeah, choose wisely. I think we're actually hitting our 1 hour mark. Wow. But I think we're all working for a living, right? You're going to work. Are we going to work till we die? Some of us will. Some of us. But if you're going to do that, enjoy it, right? Enjoy what you're doing.
Well, yeah.
Enjoy it with beer.
I think it's for me, it's clear I'm going to be working. For me, it's like, it's not even at the moment. It's maybe that point number one where you need it. You need the money. I want to do some
Mhm.
shit, so I need the money.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. But it's just, I cannot imagine. Okay, full disclosure, I don't work in a steel mill, right? I'm not hauling. I'm not working in a fucking salt mine. So it's not like, oh, when I'm fucking 90, this is going to be hard to do this. No, the stuff I'm doing, as long as my one finger is still working, I'm going to still probably kind of do it. I cannot imagine not doing something,
Yeah, gotta
right?
do
And
something.
I've been lucky. Maybe it's part luck, but it's also the choices I've made along the way, that I'm in a place where, a space, whatever, where I can do things I like, and hopefully I'll make some money from them. And even if I don't, I'll still be doing those kinds of things. So instead of taking up crochet, for me, different kinds of business ideas are my hobby. So I'm just lucky that way. But really, like, is there a point that we can close off, a conclusion for younger people watching today? Luckily, no young people are watching, so we don't have to worry about it. But other older folks,
Well, advising young people.
yeah.
If
But
you're
I mean,
advising young
like,
people,
back to the comments and stuff. Anybody watching this? So I think almost everybody can agree it's important to make these right choices, right? But how do you know what the choice is? How do you balance what you think you're going to enjoy with what's going to at least give you enough to have enough money for a life in the modern world we live in, right? Or do you make that choice? I'm going to go live in a cave in Hawaii and just surf on coconut fucking
eating coconuts.
canoes or something, right? And just never have any money. I mean, I guess that's a choice. You can go to Papua New Guinea, and if they don't kill you or eat you,
Eat
you can
you.
probably do that.
Uh, but I mean, yeah, I think very simple. The issue: keep things simple. Don't over complex things. Life is already complex, so choose what choose wisely, but choose something that you feel you really enjoy. That is a potential to earn your money, right? Whether it's business, whether it's a trade, whether it's something in you need college to do, fine. But go in that path. And then if it works, great. If it doesn't work, kind of veer to plan B. You should have plan B, you know? So I started with wildlife. Okay, wildlife is good. I was in forestry. Okay, but I started business. Okay, I studied some business. But then eventually I was doing range management, blah, 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 and the ecology and stuff, but it kind of merges together. So for me, everything kind of merged together, even the business. So I was in a broad path and you kind of find your way as you go through life because life is that journey. Don't forget, that's another whole episode. Life is a journey, and working for a living is part of that journey.
Yeah. So I guess maybe it's just, here's the hard advice we can give you, solid advice. So you cannot at this point in your life, if you're young, say, okay, maybe in a very rare case, I really want to be X. Okay, if you have a burning passion for something, you will know it, your family will know it, your friends will, everybody fucking knows it. So if everybody around you doesn't know that, oh, Johnny's going to be a blah, if that's not the thing, then you don't have the burning passion, right? So if you're young, oh, I want to work in the movies, I want to be a vet, I want to do work. If you're just wishy washy, and if everyone else kind of goes, what, then that's not your passion. Everyone will fucking know.
Yeah.
Most people don't have that, so don't feel bad that you don't, right? You're young, you don't know. The only thing that I would say that you really have to tell yourself at this stage is, if it's something you fucking hate, don't do it. But
Yeah.
but sit down and talk to yourself. Like, okay, I'm 16, I'm 18, I'm 20, whatever. I say, I fucking hate numbers. I fucking hate working hard. Hate waking up early. Okay, hang on now. Really, just, is this just a knee jerk reaction? I mean, why do you hate something? It's because you don't understand it, don't know how to do it. Give yourself a little more leeway to learn stuff before you decide you hate it. But if it's something that you really, really, if it makes your skin crawl, try
Yeah,
not
don't
to
get
go
it.
down that path.
True.
If it's just for money, I mean, again, if if your family's into stockbroking and blah 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 blah, you're better off to like push your old man under a bus and get the inheritance. Oh wait, did I say that out loud?
No, no, no,
Shit,
no, no,
no.
no,
We'll edit
no,
that
no, no,
part
no.
out.
Yeah, it won't be out of the will anyway. I mean, probably be in jail. So it may not be a good career path either.
That's not a good career
Just like
path.
you have the little maid pushing us in the wheelchair out into
Yeah.
the bus.
Yeah, no. Just like I mean, I'd love to give some hard advice, but it's individual advice. I mean, people who know you. I think that it's probably like in my generation and my time, I would not have gone and tried to talk to someone or find a mentor or someone to tell me what's going on. I would not have been allowed by society to say, I don't know what's going on and give me help. I think in today's world it's a little different. I think you can probably talk to people. I think they have school counselors and shit to say, hey, man, it's like, I feel like I want to be like a dodgeball champion for life. And let someone say, John, no, fuck no. Oh, Johnny, no. Oh, no. Oh, Johnny. Here's a calculator. You should be an accountant. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. The issue is you got to find your own way. It is individual, and I think the journey will tell you where you want to go eventually. Okay, there'll be things you hate to do, so you avoid those. Things you like to do, you move towards those things. So, and some of those are just jobs, right? Some like I was like to scuba dive, but I was thinking maybe I'd be a dive master. Then I don't like to get up that early every day to go do the same thing. So so I did some diving and stuff, but I never got that level to do that. And that wasn't a career thing. It was something I wanted to do while I was going to school to do something else. So find out what you want to do. Go for it. Go for what you want to do. And if you do something you don't like, fine, quit, find something you like. But at the same time, do that early in life.
I was just gonna say that's just take some slogans from tech, right? Where they say, what is it, like move fast and fail early or something, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Just that's kind of something you can do in your own life. Like make mistakes early. Try shit early. You think, hey, diving sounds like fun. Go find out you're afraid of the fucking water. Okay, but if you didn't try, you wouldn't know. I mean, try shit. Just try it. Fucking do it. Even if it's a little bizarre and people are like, hey, when you're young, you can make mistakes and recover from them. When you're 45, you got a house and kids, car payments, and then you decide, oh man, I think I should be a dive master. I'm going to go, oh, dude, no,
no. You could do that on a summer vacation or something. Yeah, fine. But no, you don't. So again, I think, what can we say? You're going to be working for a living. Fine. Work for a living. Enjoy it as much as possible. Try and enjoy your life. And you're probably going to work longer. Work because you have to, maybe, of course, because you want to. That's good. And because the other big thing about working, you earn money so you can buy beer. One of the best things. Cheers.
Thank you, everybody. Don't forget, hit subscribe, check out our website, check out our store.
Yep.
Buy a little something, show people you're a wise old bastard.
And comment. Please comment. Give us some suggestions. Say we're boring, we're stupid, or we're brilliant, or we're really wise. Cool.
Try to be funny.
Try.
If you're mean, we'll find you. If you're funny, we'll give you a shout out. All right, bye everybody. Thank you so much for spending some time with us again. Really appreciate it. You don't know how much it actually makes a difference if you hit that subscribe button. It costs you nothing. It's the cheapest thing you can do today.
And Christmas is coming. Go to the store, check it out. You might find some very unique shit you won't find in the world. Right there in the store.
That's
Click
true.
away. And
That's
you can drink a beer while you're shopping. Amazing.
All right. Bye, everybody. See you all next time.
Bye.